They say perfection is the enemy of progress. Don't tell that to BAAEED. We're about to go live for the QIPCO British Champion Stakes.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Trust the Profits. Matthew DeSantis here with El Hombre. What's up? What's up, Matt? What are we looking at here today? We've got a possible history-making race, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah, it is absolutely a possible history-making race. And this is the retirement race for the one and only BAAEED, who is a perfect 10 for 10 at this point in his career, going for 11 for 11. They're already loading him in to the gate at Ascot. And it is going to be very exciting. The other horse to watch out for is, of course, Adiyar, the Godolphin horse. There is the great BAAEED, though, getting loaded in. You'll see the blue silks with the white shoulders.
And I believe he's still hovering around 1 to 5, so he's the heavy betting favorite. Obviously, like you said, 10 for 10, historic career, and this is the end for him. So if I don't think there's going to be a person in the stands here not rooting for him. Unless, of course, you're fading money-wise. But
yeah, unless you're putting some money on some other horses. I mean, I mentioned Adiyar, who I think is a very good horse. That is the Charlie Appleby horse that is actually the winner of last year's King George the Sixth and Queen Elizabeth the stakes, and that's a great one. And they're off. So they're off. Pretty clean start from everyone. BAAEED is there on the rail. You can see kind of moving up. He has those striped helmet, and going out to the lead early is Stone Age. No surprise. That horse always kind of likes to set the early pace. There with him is Royal Champion and Bay Bridge. Bay Bridge is a pretty good horse in his own right. Actually a Group 3 winner. And then you also have the 8, which is My Prospero, who's a young horse who I kind of like a little bit, maybe to capture something underneath. Running in only his 4th race, but very talented. Same trainer as BAAEED, William Haggis.
All right, and they have bet him down to 1 to 9 now, so he did go off at 1 to 9, so even lower there at the end. People started jamming even extra money on BAAEED to make history here. So
exactly. Just wanted to get that ticket. You know, it's all those people who bet Secretariat, you know, at the 1973 Belmont. It didn't never even catch the ticket. Just wanted to have it to say they have it. And it's a piece of history. So, yeah, so everybody's running pretty much so in formation. No real changes. You see Adiyar in all blue there, the Godolphin blue silks with William Buick aboard. BAAEED staying towards the back with the striped helmet and blue and white silks. And now they're starting to come around. They have about 500 meters to the finish. And
fall back pretty dramatically there.
Yeah. And BAAEED now getting out into the open, or trying to get out into the open. Now he's there making a run, but they're gonna make him earn this one, because Adiyar is going out there and looking like much the best, but BAAEED is struggling. And yeah, it looks like it's not going to be BAAEED's day. Pretty remarkable, but ultimately the horse that ends up winning, I think, is Bayside. Well, there's a late charge here, but yeah, it does look like it ended up being Bay Bridge.
Bay Bridge,
actually.
Yeah.
The 3 who ended up winning, and that was a big win. That's a decent horse. That was actually the 3rd choice in the morning line. Ended up going off, I think, as maybe the 4th or 5th choice, but
14 to 1 shots.
Yeah, 14 to 1 shot. But you could just tell, you know, it's close for second between Adiyar and I think maybe My Prospero. But that was not BAAEED's day, finishing 4th. And this just continues a long day of upsets. We saw Nature Strip down in Australia late last night. Early this morning, depending on what time zone you're in, lose. We just saw Inspiral in the race before this completely missed the break and lose as a big 3 to 5 betting favorite. And now BAAEED in his final race, going that 1.25 miles, which, as I mentioned, is can be a little bit of an issue for him. Ultimately ending in 4th place, not able to get the win. So a slight blemish to an otherwise perfect record.
Yeah, no excuses either. He stepped out. He looked like the tactically ran the right race, stepped out, and just didn't have the kick down the stretch.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, and that was my Prospero who got up for either second or third, and
It was
Adiyar, of
3-1.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3-1-8 or 3-8-1, I think.
yeah, it's one of those two because yeah, it was Adiyar and my Prospero right there for second and third. But you're right. I mean, as we're looking at the replays, BAAEED had every shot. I mean, was out in the clear, didn't have to deal with traffic. You mentioned the 7 dropping back pretty dramatically. It didn't really affect BAAEED that much though. And
No, I didn't think so
uh,
either.
yeah, he just didn't have it. I mean, the ground is a little soft, but I mean, if you've been racing over in England, you've been racing on soft ground. I mean, that's not anything new.
Right.
Those are conditions that I think a lot of these horses have had to deal with. But certainly, another a game effort from Adiyar, but a huge win for BAAEED. This is by far and away the biggest win of his career, and a huge upset, and is now going to be the answer to a lot of trivia questions, I feel like, over in England. Perhaps the horse that beat the unbeatable.
Yeah, so if you like this content and want to see more race replays, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and thanks for watching.